I don't have friends. I have family. God, shut the hell up, Toretto. That's all he talks about in all the Fast and Furious movies. I don't have this, I have family. I don't have that, I have family. I'm not in a gang, I have family. I don't have friends either. I have family. God, it's just annoying. Why does he have to say that every time? Like, shut the hell up. Anyway, what's up, guys? Rob here, back with a brand new ranking video. Thought I would rank the Fast and the Furious franchise. Um, just something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's one of those franchises that's I don't want to say it's hit and miss, but it's one of those where I'd rather watch this movie than that one. This day, or this day I feel like watching this one and not this one. It just, I guess it depends on the mood that I'm in, which ones I want to watch. But most of them I actually do enjoy. And I'd say after part five, it gets ridiculous. And a lot of people will agree with that because now they're making a ninth film and it gets even more ridiculous than that with a car hanging on this wire thing going across the ravine. Okay. Anyway, but I'm gonna rank these worst to best, and it's just my opinion, just my personal list. I'm neither right or wrong. Just throwing my 2 cents in there. You don't have to agree. Um, if you want to do a video response of your worst to best Fast and Furious movies, definitely do that. If you want to put them in the comments, that's fine too. So I hope you enjoy this ranking. Uh, we have, of course, the 8 films, and then Hobbs and Shaw. So coming in at last place, or worst, or number 9, so to say, is Hobbs and Shaw. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Fast and Furious Presents. Oh, I love how they have to put that in there. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Yes, we all wanted to see Hobbs have his own movie. Everyone wanted to see that, right? Everyone wanted to see Hobbs and Shaw together. Kind of making it like a buddy cop movie, but it fails in that perspective because these two together make no sense. They make no sense. Hobbs, he was this old school um old school cop that doesn't take anyone's crap. They send him in there when they want him to take down somebody or they want to capture somebody. They send Hobbs in there. That's how old school he is. He whips their ass. Shaw, he's killed people, numerous people. And now we learn that Han is back in part 9, which I don't understand that at all. Because supposedly Shaw killed him. That's why I don't understand some of these movies. Like, you're going to forgive him for doing that? Like, what is going on? I don't even. The story is so inconsistent. I don't understand why this character is acting a certain way after this happened. It just what? I don't know. It. This is not Hobbs, by the way. This is The Rock. You're looking at The Rock in this movie. He's not Hobbs. He doesn't have the same look to him. We get it. He has muscles. He can throw people against the wall. We get it. The Rock has he has muscles. He can. Uh, I don't like when The Rock does this. Like it's like this big ego thing. He wants to have a movie that stars him. You know, show off his muscles, wear these tight shirts, and maybe no shirt at all. We get it. Okay, I get it. He's strong. It's just I hate this. I that's why I enjoy Rock's movies that he did earlier on in his career, where he showed his acting chops, where he played roles that were interesting. This is just a cash grab. That's all it is. Okay, his role as Hobbs in Part 5 was the best. That was an amazing performance by him. He was badass, old school, like a character in that kind of way. This movie is just stupid. It's just really stupid. The slow motion stuff is stupid. They do that in the Fast Furious films as well. But Idris Elba is like the Black Superman. He's got like these abilities. It's whatever, dude. It's stupid. It didn't even need to be made. Coming in at number 8 is Fast and Furious. Now, this is the fourth film in the franchise, and it has the original gang in there. I mean, you got Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, Jordan Bruce, whatever her name is, Jordana Brewster. Um, and it's the first time you see them all together since the first film, because the second film you just had Paul Walker. In the third film, it was a completely new story, Tokyo Drift. And then you have this. So it's like, it was really cool to see them all back. But I felt like the way they started the story off it just wasn't interesting at all. It was kind of a lame story. The races were lame in it, and it's just one of those forgettable, I want to say forgettable Fast and Furious movies, and a lot of people will agree. You never really hear people talk about this one too much, probably because they don't like it. But yeah, it is what it is. I just think it's the worst one out of the Fast and the Furious movies, and if it wasn't for this. So, okay, so what number are we on? We are on number 7. All right, coming in number 7 is The Fate of the Furious, which is Fast and Furious 8. And the story to this makes no sense at all either, because with Jason Statham, what they do with him in here, as well as his brother Shaw, after what happened in part 6, it's just I don't understand the thinking of these people. It's like they do one thing and it's like, oh, you forgive him then? Like, oh, he's forgiven after what he did. Everyone makes mistakes, I guess. I don't know. These assassins, these killers, these people who did all this stuff. I do like the whole Dom going bad thing, but he was kind of forced to do that. I do like that. I do like Vin Diesel's acting in this. I think his acting was a lot better than some of his other ones. Like when he finds out he has a kid and um, they're holding that girl hostage and his kid, and it's like you can see he really did a good job with his acting. This Charlize Theron is the villain. I did like her. Um, but again, The Rock is in this, and he plays The Rock. He's not Shaw. I don't know how many times I have to say that. He's not Shaw. Only part 5, that's when he's Shaw. Or not Shaw. What the fuck? I see, this is screwing me up. I can't even think. My brain cells are dead. They're dead. I just called The Rock Shaw. Hobbs. I'm sorry. I'm confused. That's what this does to me. Hobbs. The Rock is Hobbs. It is not Hobbs. Okay? It's The Rock. That's it. The comedy in this, dumb. Sorry. The story, it doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense after what these characters have been through. Anyway. Coming in at number 6 for me is Too Fast, Too Furious, the second movie. There are things in this I do like. I do like some of the races, but the CGI in this is, oh, it's so bad. In the beginning race, when the cars go over the bridge, because the bridge goes up like this, they go off the ramp. It is some of the, it's it's really bad. The cars look, the CGI cars that are just floating in the air, kind of like this. It's really, really bad. But you got Tyrese, who makes an appearance in this, or his first appearance in the franchise, and I do like him. I think he provides some good comedy. I like his character as Roman, and Paul Walker. Rest in peace. He makes these movies, and if it wasn't for him, I think this movie would be garbage. But Paul Walker is pretty much the only reason why I like this film. Um, so anyway, yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is Fast and Furious 6. You notice how they try to do these titles? It's like, they leave the number in there, but then they cut out the word the. It's like this would be The Fast and The Furious, but they just call it Fast and Furious, and then you got Too Fast, Too Furious. It's like they're trying to be clever. At least Fate of the Furious changed it up. The Fate of the Furious. 8. Fate. That's clever. That's a knee slapper. Anyway, Fast and Furious 6, I did like. I liked all the action, except for that plane at the end. It seemed like that plane, when they were trying to slow down that plane from taking off, it seemed like the runway was extra, extra, extra long in that scene. That scene went on forever. They're trying to stop that plane. That plane just keeps going down the runway. How fucking long is the runway? I mean, it must be miles and miles and miles long. It just bothers me. Anyway, I do like the fight scenes in this. And the characters. I like the story. I thought it was pretty good. But the whole tank thing that was pretty cool. This is over the top. It's very over the top. But yeah, it's not bad. I actually got this on 4K pretty cheap. So coming in at number 4 is the very first movie, The Fast and the Furious. Now here's the thing about this film. I like this film a lot, and directed by Rob Cohen. I remember when I first saw this movie, it made me want to go out and kind of modernize my car a little bit. And I don't have a rice burner or anything. I had like a 1980 Buick Regal, and it was a beast. I mean, I put like chrome rims on it. I put lights on it. I freaking put, this huge stereo system, um, bass in the back, and I had that thing tricked out the best that I could, and and like I said, it was an older car, so it didn't have an amazing paint job. But it was because of this movie that I got into that kind of stuff, and I do like this movie. I mean, like I said, I like it for what it is, street racing, and then there's things going on behind the scenes with people stealing stuff from semi trucks, and um, I don't know, it's really good. I think it's very good racing kind of movie. So coming at number 3 is Furious 7. Um, I really, really enjoy this one. I love all the car stuff, the racing stuff. Jason Statham being the villain, I think is a huge plus for me. And the fact that The Rock isn't in it as much, I think focused on more characters. Of course, this was the last one that Paul was in, and they had to replace him with his brother and digitally put his face on his brother. This has probably one of the most incredible endings I've ever seen in a movie, and probably sad, one of the saddest endings. I pretty much cry every time, tear up at the end of this film. But yeah, the fight scenes are great, and I just really like this one. And they bring back like Race Wars, which is a nod to this movie, where everything started. There's a lot of callbacks to the original, as well as the other films. So I really enjoy Furious 7. It was a really good movie. Now number 2, this might surprise some people, but I don't care. This movie was so well done. I just enjoy it so much. And it is the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, which is the third movie in the franchise. Now, this was completely on its own until, like I told you, Furious 7 connected all the dots. There is a scene in Furious 7 where what's his name? Lucas Black appears in this. And it takes place right after when this movie ends. Vin Diesel shows up as a cameo at the end, and it starts off um, it starts off where that ended. In a scene in this movie where Vin Diesel talks to Lucas Black. And I've seen that Lucas Black actually has a role in the new one in Fast Furious 9, which is cool. He should. But I like this movie because it focuses a lot more on racing, the whole drifting thing. I thought it was cool where this kid he likes to race, but he doesn't know the technical stuff about racing. There's more to it than just driving fast. To be able to keep your speed up and turn the corner without crashing, and to kind of drift around the corner, that's a really cool thing uh, that they do in this movie, and they try to teach him how to do it. You got Han, who appears to be one of the main characters in the sequels, but this was his first appearance. Um, I like the Justin Lin directed this. I really I don't know, like I just like the story about it's kind of like a fish out of water story. He Lucas Black goes to Japan and to live with his dad, and he because he got in trouble and stuff, and he meets um this guy who he's never been beaten. He's called the Drift King, and you know Lucas Black gets in trouble with him and tries to race him and stuff. And it's just really cool movie. I love the soundtrack to this as well. But yeah, I think this is overlooked. This movie is. Like I said, it's kind of one of those. I wouldn't call this like the Halloween 3 of the franchise, but I still think it holds up well. So, and of course, this is no surprise because this is probably on a lot of people's number ones, and that is, of course, Fast Five. This, to me, brought everything. I mean, you have references to the first movie. Like I was saying about Furious 7, they even go back to the house. Or no, that's in. I'm sorry. I think that's in Fate of the Furious. They go back to the house, but because the house was blown up in Furious 7. But I'm saying, like, there are references to the first one. I mean, you got Vince, who appeared in the first movie. He was his buddy. But you got, like, the whole gang. You got Han, you got Gal Gadot's in this. Ludacris from, the second movie, Too Fast, Too Furious. You got Tyrese from Too Fast, Too Furious. And, the addition of Hobbs, The Rock. I think, the fight between The Rock and Vin Diesel was excellent. That was an excellent fight. But just look, The Rock, look the way just look at him. Okay, he had this huge, like, goatee thing, and he was just um, old school badass cop who just wanted to take everybody down. That's what I love about his character. And they changed him throughout the series, and it just makes me so angry because he had something here. This was it was so good the way he just didn't take no for an answer, and he just beat everybody's ass. Um, but like that whole train scene in the beginning was great. The effects and the fact that they try to steal from this drug lord, steal all his money, and they need this team to try to do that. Really good, man. This is the most entertaining one of the entire series for me, and I just love the characters. So that is my ranking from worst to best of the Fast and the Furious movies. I actually might do the ranking over, or maybe do an update to the ranking when the new movie comes out, because then I'll have to add it to the list here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your ranking, like I said, in the comments, or if you want to make a video, that would be fine too. But yeah, I'll be back with more ranking videos because I got a couple of series that I want to talk to you guys about and list them worst to best. So thanks for watching. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.